Hello, and we are back for part two of our YouTube marketing with YouTube video section here. Today I'm going to talk about the algorithm and some of the things that are related to that. So let's begin. First off, think of the algorithm in two ways. One, you as the brand, how does the algorithm work in terms of making sure my video gets delivered to the right people? How do we get it to go viral? How do we get more views? Then also think about it from the end user perspective, where I think you've been the recipient of the algorithm's work probably many times. If you think about watching a YouTube video, how does the algorithm determine what video plays next? How does YouTube determine the videos that appear on my home screen? Think about all of the ways that different videos appear for you as the user. So, first, I just want to go through the way too that the algorithm kind of flies and it just looks at all of the different metrics that it can have on you. Think of yourself as the user. Um, all of the actions that you've taken on YouTube, those all work toward the algorithm. Videos you've liked, commented, searched for, watched in its entirety, watched for 5 seconds. All of these different things work together to end with the algorithm providing some sort of recommendation to you. There's also external factors. There's trending topics, videos that have been garnering a lot of searches recently, videos that have been getting a lot of views recently. Those also play into the algorithm, in particular for things like the home screen. When if you go to youtube.com, you'll see a variety of different videos, but you'll almost always find some trending topics that are there as well. Now, the homepage is just one of several different areas where the algorithm impacts what's there. You can also think about the suggested videos. So if you're watching a video, the videos are on the sidebar. Then also just search. When you search for something, how do you know what comes up as a result? Well, it's based on relevance to you, the viewer. So if you search for a video, there'll be one in a later video, in a later clip here about how to make green slime. Let's say you were trying to do that for whatever reason. You search for it, and maybe an account that you subscribed to has a video on that. That will appear first. Maybe you just watched a video on how to make green slime and you search for it again. It will probably be there because you've already watched it. All of these different actions, different things, ways that you can relate to that you've all these things that you've done on YouTube, they all work together to create an algorithm specific to you, the user. Okay, let's keep it moving here. Now, when you as a individual or a brand are looking to upload a video, um, there's a lot of different elements that go into that. If we just go forward a slide, you'll see here there's all sorts of different details. This is what a video looks like when you are uploading it. You drag and drop or select it from your Windows or your file, whatever, and then you're going to get all these options. One, what is the title? What is the description? And what are the tags in specific? Now, in the details, the title's the first thing, but before you even go that far, you want to think about what are the keywords that you would want people using and searching for them to stumble upon this. And the way that I look at it is, what would your target market enter into a Google search or a YouTube search? Think about the people that want to see this video, the people that could gain something from it. Um, Now, I like to say use long tail keywords over in the box at the side. That, for those of you who aren't familiar with SEO, search engine optimization, long tail keywords are essentially phrases. They're not one word. They're not usually not even two words, but they are much more specific to the person who would be searching it. So again, how to make green slime, my example from before, that is a long tail keyword. It's a question. It's 5 words and it's got qualifying words. How to make slime is one thing. How to make green slime can be something entirely different. I'm guessing it's a different process, but The way that people would be searching for it is they want specifics. Now, the title of the video should have your keyword in there, but also you want to make sure that your title is attention grabbing. You want to stop the scroll. Now, the description, just to take it a little bit further, that you get about 5,000 characters in there. That includes spaces. Very few people actually use them all, but you want to make sure that you are descriptive. Utilize that white space. You can put links in there, but again, the most important thing goes at the top, because if you think about watching a YouTube video, you usually only get about a line of description before it gets cut off and you have to click show more. Now, the tags, another interesting piece here, that is when it's kind of an interesting topic because it's been somewhat unclear. The textbook that I originally took these slides from, they say that tags are help to ensure your video appears in the related video section of YouTube. But in reality, it's actually a little bit different. So I'm going to jump ahead to the tag slide. And here you'll see these are all like topics. But if you read the description, it says tags can be useful if content in your video is commonly misspelled. Otherwise, tags play a minimal role in helping viewers find your video. So what I use tags for is not to categorize my videos like has been done here, but I actually use it because I have a commonly misspelled name. I will put my name in here misspelled in a common way. YouTube's not going to know if your name is misspelled or not when people search for it. The same goes for a topic like search engine optimization. For example, if my video is on search engine optimization, that's organic search. That is when people go to Google, search something. But sometimes people get that confused with paid search, which is commonly referred to as search engine marketing. So maybe I would put search engine marketing there because it is commonly mislabeled. Another example is I have a company name. Then I also have a DBA for my company, which is just another brand that I use for clients that are outside of Michigan. And it's very likely that people might be searching for my business, but using a different name, right? Maybe they're looking for the new company name and they search for the old one, not knowing what happened. These are common things that the tag section allows you to communicate with YouTube what additional audiences that could be confused that we want to appear here. That's really a critical piece here to understanding tags. And for those of us who have names that are commonly misspelled, that's going to be an area. This is going to be an area that you're going to want to utilize. I'm going to skip over the transcripts, but just know these are important. You do want them. They now, I believe, are auto-generated for you if you don't have them, thanks to AI. And you don't have to necessarily upload them. There was a time when transcripts were required you to upload like very specific, they were called VTT files. It wasn't that long ago. This was probably 2 years ago. And that's because it had times on it and it showed you when things appeared. We are largely past that now. I think this is one area where AI technology has advanced pretty well and done a lot of, frankly, good, because a lot of us were just too lazy to create transcript files in the past, or you had to pay for them. All right. Jumping ahead here. Another thing on optimizing your YouTube video is you can use cards and end screens. The key thing on this is they only display at the end of the videos. And you might think that is kind of stupid because so few people make it to the end of YouTube videos. But the idea is if someone is engaged enough to make it to the end of a YouTube video, they probably want to see more from that account. And so cards, which are just little squares, or rectangles that appear on the screen at the end, and end screens, which is the entire screen, those are good retention tactics. But again, they're only as good as the people that make it to the end of the video. Very, very low percentage of viewers make it, especially if it's a longer video. But again, like just to reiterate, that's what they're there for. They're there to keep people away from the algorithm, in essence. If you were to add a card or an end screen, this is what it would look like here. All right, the last major section here that I'm going to talk about is thumbnails. Um, Thumbnails are these. These are the images that appear when you are searching, right? And you see there's the thumbnail, there's the user or the account, and then there's a short first part of the description. So here, thumbnails, I have three big takeaways, but the number one takeaway, if there's nothing else about thumbnails that you take with you, it's that the text or the thing that's on the thumbnail needs to be different from the title of your video. When we are looking at the page here, you're going to see I searched how to make green slime. And let's look at the first one. The text in the thumbnail says easy slime recipe. And the title is how to make slime for beginners. No fail, easy DIY slime recipe. If you look at the last one, that's just a hand in a tray of green slime. And the title is how to make slime, green glitter metallic slime. That is because, well, they're very dynamically different. And if we think about how these look, if I am searching for how to make green slime and I'm scrolling through, well, these are three very eye-catching examples. Now, also, you want to make sure that you have some brand consistency across your videos, which you can't really tell from the slime search. And hey, screenshots from a video, which I don't think any of these truly are. If you're going to use a screenshot, you want it to be as scroll stopping as possible. When you upload a video to YouTube, you may notice that there are some auto-generated screenshots that they're going to offer. That comes from the upload, and it just gives you something as a placeholder. I would not recommend using that if at all possible. Again, it can if it's truly going to a showstopper that'll get people to stop, but most videos don't do that. All right. Now, I guess there's one more slide I wanted to talk about, and that is playlists. Playlists work a lot like end cards, end screens and cards, and that is, hey, we don't want people to just stop after watching a full video. We want them to keep going, and that's what all of these videos here that I'm creating today are as well. Is I have shorter videos. They all work together into a playlist under the broader category of marketing with YouTube. And they're all short enough that it's something that is really, when I think of it, really appealing to people that are trying to watch a variety of get a variety of information on a single topic or related topics. And yeah, that's kind of what all of this is here for, to show you. These all fell under a type of webinar that the company was using. But I also wanted to show this screen because this is what not to do with thumbnails, is just to have, look at the title and of the video is identical to the text in the thumbnail. And yes, the headshot, the photo of the person is nice. That is good to have. But in reality, it's just a little too similar in that they had an opportunity to change it. If it was me, I would have taken maybe the most quotable line or the best stat that any of them mentioned, put that into the thumbnail. I would keep the title as it is because those are obviously taken with care and they probably integrated keywords into that. But really, I don't see the title being a huge driver of clicks on the actual thumbs. So we'll call it there. That is kind of the end of all the different elements that go into the algorithm and uploading a YouTube video. Up next, we're going to be looking at learning a little bit more about the strategy behind YouTube as a brand and everything that goes into the day to day.